Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about DIY, not equipment, but DIY pieces in your home gym. Because a lot of people don't have that much money. I don't have that much money. That's why I buy a lot of used equipment. Mostly my gym equipment are used. I kind of regret buying new equipment, but for some. But few of them, I'm glad I got it for new. But those are extremely expensive. So today I want to make point out few things you might have some idea you might want to do it for your home gym, because you don't always have to buy it. You could DIY some pieces in the home gym. So yeah, today we're gonna help you to maybe give you some idea what can you homemade for your home gym. Really good example, if you have a basement gym like me and you have an unfinished basement wall, whatever, and you have a lat pull down or a functional trainer or a power rack that has a pulley system, and you have some attachment you want to hang on, you could go to local like Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever that has plywood. You could put attachment on it. So instead of have all these attachment laying on the ground, I hate leaving stuff on the ground. That's why you see a lot of stuff is like organized. Or I had to put this on the outside because I just make this. So you see all my attachments on the wall right now. So nothing else on the ground besides some few other stuff that I can put on the ground, and I use this all the time. And this is another DIY piece. It's like for me to do seated row, I sit on this and do seated row. See, whenever I do seated row, I always run in one problem, is I always hit my toes because I sit lay flat against this, and my arm are a little too low, then it will constantly hit my toes. So I make a DIY seat for it. It's just a really cheap leather and some plywood, leftover plywood from the dumbbell rack. So I love this piece, and I use this for tricep extension. You see how this is perfectly fit in here, and I put the bench on this side and do tricep extension. So you just need to be creative. That's it. That's one other piece I do for my home gym. I use this on my back day a lot and my tricep day. And another wall control is the accessory, I would say. It's my knee sleeve, strap, hooks, belt, wrist wrap, and resist bands. So that's what, like I said, I don't like to leave stuff on the ground. So I just have this idea to do the accessory wall on it. A lot of people purchase like accessory wall, control wall panel. You could do that too, but like I said, I don't have any wall. I can't really mount it. So I have to find a way to bring everything off the ground. So this is another way. And another DIY piece was the dumbbell rack. This was my first major DIY piece for my home gym. First, it does not have the third tier. It's usually just the first two tier. That's why I started with. I didn't think I would buy this much dumbbell. Funny story, I bought the 120, 125 first. It's my first ever pair I bought from used market. I think it was the first used equipment I bought from marketplace too. Was the 120 and 125. I haven't touched it since. I just have it down there, I guess, for decoration, but that's one thing. Then, like I said, start with two tier. Then I realized if I start with 5 pound increment up to 125, I will not have enough. That's why I make a third tier. And I don't want to have this tier, this bottom tier too far out. That means I had to lean over to grab the top tier. So I have an idea. I saw a rack on Instagram, I think. It was a 3-tier rack, and the bottom one like slides out. So I think it was pretty easy to do. You just need to find a good cast on bottom. You might want to use few of them. I had 6 of them in here, or 5 or 6 on each one. So that's kind of expensive, but it's really heavy dumbbell. So currently it's on storage, it's all the way in. You could easily grab this, pull it out. Now you could grab the dumbbell if you want. I purposely leave the gap in here so I could grab the dumbbell easily. The heavy dumbbells are pretty big, so for the small dumbbells, I same thing. I leave a little gap in the middle. I could grab it easily without hitting my fingers. Same thing on the bottom tier. So this was my major DIY piece for my home gym. I think pretty sure this is why the reason I start to make some DIY piece for my home gym, because it's something is so simple. I don't want to buy it. Like, it is not something that gonna have the risk of injury. This is not really gonna, if this ever fail, I won't get hurt. Like, mostly if you're gonna DIY something, don't do it on something that you know gonna be underneath of, because if ever fail, it might injure yourself. So I will never be underneath of this. If this ever do fail, it won't hurt me. And I make sure I use enough, like a lot the screws or fasteners, whatever. I even use the home bracket. Let me show you these kind of bracket to build homes. So I was making sure this does not come apart. Yeah, I don't want to take apart again, do it again. So I make sure everything works, functions, especially the bottom 2 tier. I make sure everything is well made. So yeah, that's my major piece for my home gym, the DIY dumbbell rack. Something like this, I'm pretty sure around 1,000 or more to buy brand new on some company. I make this for 200 to 300 bucks. The plywood is very cheap. It's the caster, like I say, on the bottom. Because these are heavy duty. So that's why I could hold all these dumbbells. So I have 6 on each side, that's 12. So another DIY piece. And another piece was and someone asked me about the Smith machine. I told him I make a platform because I want to do hip thrust, bent over row, deadlift, or whatever that require the bar go lower. It will stop before I get the full stretch. So whenever I had to do those kind of movement, I just grab the platform, kind of heavy because it's plywood, but now I could bend over row, deadlift, hip thrust, RDL, whatever. So this kind of handy on some days. Only downside is too heavy. I might put some wheel on this side so I could drag it instead of pick it up. So, but this is all leftover plywood from the dumbbell rack. I haven't purchased any plywood since. It's just literally leftovers. That's why all my equipment in here is just a lot of plywood I use in here is leftover from the dumbbell rack. So that and this squat wedge, it's kind of good. Only downside is too long for me because I want to use it on the squat max, but it's kind of too long. So, but it's really good on Smith machine because it doesn't matter how long it is, but it's extremely well made. I have an anti-slip grip on it. So when I do squat, so it feels nice. It's very cheap to make. It's not that expensive. You don't even need to put the anti-slip on it. You just need to have some plywood, and this is another leftover from the deck, the backyard deck. So all my DIY pieces mostly are free. It's just leftover pieces besides the rack. So another piece was the deadlift platform I just made. So my parents find these on the neighbor's house. Not my neighbor, my aunt's neighbor. They was giving this away for free. It's 4 layers of it. So I don't have to worry about dropping the weight when I deadlift. So this is extremely nice made. It doesn't move around because I have all the pieces on the side to secure this platform. Doesn't move around. So yeah, and this side is the weights that holding this platform. So this platform will never move. Same thing with the weight tree. This was for the, both of them was for the Major Fitness power rack. I didn't want to put on the side because it will trip me every time I to do the head squat, leg press. So I have this on this side. It's like a weight tree. It's, again, free. Same thing with the platform, free. Was leftover deck from my backyard. So I recycle and use stuff that I could reuse. I'm not gonna throw away. So I love this piece because I noticed every time I want to deadlift, I had to put the weight back on every time. It's kind of time consuming, and it's just, I don't want to leave the bar and weight in the middle of the walkway. Like, and I always do it in front of the rack. It's like right here. Every time I walk past, I will have the chance to kick it. So this is a perfect location, perfect depth. Like you say, you see the bar has some room on the side, so put the plates and it won't hit anything. So right here is the perfect location. I just think about making buy a few mirrors and put mirror right here. So, and maybe you could use it as a posing area as well, and put some light on the top. So whenever you deadlift, you could have some light and for the posing too. So right here is perfect location for this platform. But like I said, you don't have to buy it. You could use stuff that you already have at your home gym or somewhere, or if a family member doesn't want it, you could use those and make something with it. So I think that's all the DIY piece in here. So yeah, I love my DIY pieces in my home gym. It saves a lot of money. Same thing with these plywood, just 4x4. I use it on, like, you know how people use yoga block to start the movement a little higher so you won't tear your muscle. So some machine, when you start the movement at the beginning, is a little too hard on your tendons, so you might have chance to tear it. So I use this to make this movement like a lot higher so it won't hurt my shoulder. And another idea was this for the T-bar roll, because like I said, this is not short people friendly. I might change it out this soon, but I use that, put in there so it can lift myself even higher. Other than that, I think it's every DIY piece I have in here. I save a lot of money. If I had to buy everything like new, at least it's like over 2,000 or more. That's like almost somebody's home gym right there, just to have these. But if I DIY make it, I save almost $2,000 just for DIY piece. It's an experience, because I just live in the house now, because before I always rent a house. I never have a chance to do housework. So this gave me experience of like work on wood or whatever in the house. So it gave me a little experience in the future. So I always recommend doing DIY piece for your home gym. But just like I say, just make sure you're not underneath of the stuff you made, because you might just a beginner. If you really if you had the like skill for it, like high-end skill, and if it's your job, then you could do whatever. But for beginners, start with something small first. Maybe a wall control, maybe this kind of platform, but make sure to use enough screws so you know this doesn't go anywhere, and make sure this is leveled. Like, make sure it's level, because I don't want you to have a chance to slip off of this. So I hope this video helped you to save some money, because not everybody money is come off of nowhere. You had to work for it or earn it. So thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. And today's my leg day, so I'll make sure to use this platform I just made. So thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day and grow some muscle.